Padme, we need to get you out of this city immediately. The droids have completely overtaken every single block except for the ones immediately surrounding the palace, and our troopers cannot hold for much longer.
What do you mean, Mace? I can't leave my people like this.
I'm sorry, Padme. It just has to be done.
Very well. I guess you're right. When do we need to leave?
Immediately. I'll get the transports all set up, but we might have to blast our way out of here.
Very well. I'll get my gun.
Hey guys, what's going on? Daily Tactics here, back with some more Men of War Assault Squad 2, the Star Wars Galaxy at War mod. Now today we have a super fun video. So, the Separatists have essentially taken hold of the city of Theed, all except for this tiny little block over here where the palace is. So, Mace Windu has landed on the planet with a few 327th troopers in order to extract Queen Amidala, who is chilling in this speeder with Mace Windu, a captain and an officer here. He is trying to extract her out of the city and get her to safety with the 327th. So the 327th has fully mobilized with 2 AT-MTs. They've got AT-OT troop carriers and then infantry escorting them along the sides. And then the VIPs are within this little speeder here. But the droids have found out about this escort, so they have blockaded the streets. They have 4 AATs and a ton of free roaming battle droids lining the streets that are going to split up and go down side alleyways here and take up defensive positions and whatnot, trying to stop the VIPs from leaving the city. So it should be a super interesting battle, a bit of a different type of battle than we usually do, but I think that's kind of fun sometimes. And the main goal of it is simply for the clones to make it out of the city alive with Padme Amidala and Mace Windu intact. Either way, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to hit the like button. It lets me know you want to see more. Also, subscribe if you haven't already. And without further ado, let's get it poppin', boys. Hey guys, what's going on? Just real quick before this video begins, I wanted to let you know that I actually have a second channel called Daily Productions. It is a variety channel where I mainly play actually battle simulator games, but it has nothing to do with Star Wars, where Daily Tactics is mainly my Star Wars channel. Daily Productions is a complete variety channel. I have a ton of content on there, and I'm planning on uploading a ton more. Lots of people seem to enjoy it when they find out about it, but I haven't promoted it too much on my main channel, so this is sort of my official announcement saying, hey, this exists. I really would appreciate it if you go and check it out. If you're a fan of Daily Tactics, you will definitely like Daily Productions. So yeah, guys, thank you for listening to this little self-advertisement here. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video, and if you check out this content, I hope you enjoy that too. Alright, peace. Alright, boyos, let's get right on into this thing here, pressing start right now, and we will see what happens. Okay, ATTE turning sideways. Hey, buddy, that's not super helpful. Oh, maybe it's body blocking the rest of the troopers so that these guys can get out of their AT-OT transports safely. That's actually maybe a little smart. I was quick to judge, but props to you, ATTE. Either way, it's sort of moving forward the Top Gun looking for targets right now. There's a lot of them. Just take your pick and fire, baby. Oh, actually, the gunner on top there ended up dying. That's tough. Either way, this ATTE does seem to be sort of taking the brunt of the fire right now. That way, the AT-OTs and troopers off to the sides can disperse quickly and safely. Mace Windu actually just sort of yeeting on forward here. Attaboy, where's Padme? Padme also kind of yeeting on forward over here. I'd like to put Padme in maybe movement mode hold, so that way she doesn't just instantly go up against the droids and die here. So, you know, she is chilling in the back with her 327th friends over here, who are providing nice cover fire. Uh-oh, ATTE going down real quick there. It actually burst into flames on top of this AAT, which is also now bursting into flames. Very weird. It is now hovering. I guess its gravitational force just kind of went away. You know, they disengaged that. Fair play by the clones. I don't know what's happening in this battle, man. It is absolutely mad. The other ATTE is just like, nope, I'm out of here. I'm going up the steps. I'm going back to bed. That's the end of me. And the officer and the captain inside of this little land speeder they lost track of their VIPs, and they're just kind of like, oh god, are we gonna get fired now? If they die, we're so screwed, man. Oh man, either way, it seems like it's just up to the infantry at this point. All vehicles are sort of failing on the clone sides, and luckily for them, they did manage to take out a couple of these AAT tanks before they were too devastating to the infantry, because those tanks are most effective against infantry. They're not super effective against vehicles, so if they had stayed alive for very long, a lot of infantry would be getting gunned down here. Droids are also sort of moving forward now, looking to engage with the clone troopers. I'd say both sides are pretty even in terms of numbers right now. The clones taking a bit more of a defensive position than the droids, so that might actually give the clones a bit of a boost here in terms of numbers if they manage to hold steady against these blockades that they've got set up right now. Oh, this would be a beautiful screenshot. Oh yeah, baby. Look at that. Look at these clones all set up nicely on the blockade. Love to see it. Getting out some nice little chiclet fire here. Mace Windu just sort of chilling on the left flank as well. He decided not to move too far forward here because, well, clearly there's a bit of a roadblock. But I think we will see some movement very soon. A lot of the clones that were sort of in the inner city streets here are completely dead. If they didn't disperse off to the sides, they ended up being felled pretty fast. Some of them actually moving off to the sides over here. There was some droids over this way, and there still are actually moving around in these little buildings here, and the clones will have to take them out at some point, but for now they seem to be focusing in on the main city streets. Alright, love to see it. They're crawling around on the ground here. Crawling? I couldn't say crawling, so I just extended it. That's a neat trick. If you can't pronounce something, just say it longer until you get it right. This clone trooper just sort of healing on the back of this pillar. Mace Windu moving forward once again. Not really getting shot at too much. And any shots he is taking, he's probably deflecting it. Man, this is where I really wish the ASV mod was implemented into Star Wars Galaxy at War, so we could see Mace Windu, deflecting blaster bolts, actually, like, not derping around in the front with his lightsaber. It'd be really neat to see. But luckily, actually, I found out after I made that ASV mod video that the ASV mod developers might actually be teaming up with the Star Wars Galaxy at War mod developers. So we might be seeing the two sides coming together, and Star Wars Galaxy at War getting some of those animations that the ASV mod is pulling off perfectly. So that's actually really exciting news, the fact that we might be getting the best of both worlds from these mods. That'd be so sick. I'd really love to see that. But in the meantime, I think I might start alternating between ASV mod and Star Wars Galaxy at War mod, because I really like both. I think both are very cool, and I'm super hyped that we're gonna get a version of these mods together. That's gonna be so unbelievably sick. Either way, back to the battle here. Droid's really pressuring the clones right now. Mace Windu's just straight up in the middle of the road now, somehow not getting shot at. Very interesting. The clones actually seem to be dispersing more and more off to the side streets now. On the minimap, I'm seeing more and more of them sort of gunning down this way, and that's probably a good strategy. If they can cut off the droids from the side, that would be a pretty huge victory, because straight down the middle, the droids seem to have superior firepower as they are dropping clone troopers left and right. But down to the side, the clones might be able to pull off some nice strategies and get the upper hand. Padme Amidala still alive over here. She does have her, classic Padme pistol, as we can see here, but she's probably out of range to shoot anyone right now. It's more of a personal defense weapon than an assault weapon, I would say. Mace Windu chilling in the very front here. Explosions going off. It looks like another AAT tank ended up going down there. That leaves only one left that's sort of taking up the rear guard of the droids. It's firing off a little bit, but I think all this blockage in the streets is keeping it from actually connecting with any clone troopers. Oh, whoa! Huge shot going off right there. Barely misses Padme Amidala. A bunch of her clone escorts behind her end up dying right there. That is really rough, and more clones sort of moving into position ahead of Padme to try and block any more AAT shots. They're trying to protect their VIP as best they possibly can. In fact, Mace Windu, seeing the threat, decides to move forward into this crater here, taking the vanguard, and he does get dropped right there. I don't think that counts as a mission failure for the clone troopers, because he technically wasn't the VIP. He was another VIP escorting the actual VIP. He's more of just the general, you know, trying to escort Padme, who is the VIP. Either way, it seems like the clone's getting a little bit more gutsy here after Mace Windu's death. Maybe they're trying to avenge their leader as they are running forward here. Whoa, tons of grenades going out this way. Some clones, some droid grenades, and ended up with a big boom. One clone helmet laying in the path where the droid grenade went off. Hate to see it, that poor chap. But yeah, this is actually pretty good cover over here. I would say this is the best position the clones have found themselves in yet, and the fighting is ramping up because of the proximity that they find themselves in. More of them sort of moving off to the left over here as well, and they are wiping out the droids left and right now. The droids having difficulty actually combating the clones for the first time in a while, but the big droid advantage right now is that they do have a tank front and center here. Meanwhile, the clones, their AT-OTs, I think, are just out of commission right now. And then their other AT-TE, it turtled. It bellied up over here. That is so pathetic. Oh my god. I mean, I guess it is inner city streets. It's really hard to navigate any sort of vehicles around here. So it makes sense as to why it sort of struggled to get a footing on this battlefield. It just needed to not panic, you know? Those things were twisting around, you know, moving way too much, getting in the way of the infantry. If they had just sat there and fired off like artillery almost, then I think they would have been in better standings for this battle. Either way, 327th doing some big pushes right now, trying to take out this AAT, getting a lot of light fire onto it, and it does end up going down. That's a big victory for the clones right there, and a pretty bad setback for the droids. The droids now have no real super firepower on the field. It's going to be up to their small arms fire to take up the mantle of this battlefield. And it's not really working out. I'm seeing many droids on the Vanguard right now just getting dropped left and right. It is a serious problem that they find themselves in. This is tough. Ooh, that droid getting knocked out real smoothly right there. Anyone that pops up here is just getting noggined by the clones. Oh, big force crawling on forward here. Wow, okay, massive push from the droids right now, trying to win back the advantage that the clones have taken from them. And it does seem to be working out a little bit. The clones trying to react and move more troopers to reinforce the position the droids are attacking, but those troopers getting in there are dying themselves. So this is a real rough position for the clones to be in. The advantage that they just held a few moments ago might be getting lost. I'm not fully sure, honestly. And the left side over here has been systematically dismantled by the droids as well. Many of those clones dead themselves. This is a pretty cool battle. I'm actually pretty happy with the outcome of it. Like, well, not the outcome because we don't know the outcome, but you know, the result that putting it together has brought us. Whoa, tons more clones over here in this little pocket, getting taken down by this massive droid assault. The droids, in fact, getting even more gutsy and pushing farther forward, and they are, you know, getting a ton of fire out, so it's working for them. But there are some explosions going off right now, and I'm not sure who it's from. It could be from both clones and droids right now. I know both sides do have some rocket troopers in their arsenal, so, you know, the use of those little small explosions could help either side take the advantage if they manage to take out droves of enemies. This is just a destructive area. I mean, the city is currently on fire and in ruins right now. At least this city street is. You hate to see it. Such a beautiful city. Almost completely annihilated. A mini clone assault going on over in this alleyway. Smaller numbers over here for both sides. But the droids do seem to be pushing. Looks like maybe they're trying to talk it out. You know, a bit of a Mexican standoff right here. The droids have some of the clones in their iron sights, while the clones have some of the droids in their iron sights. We'll have to see how this situation progresses. Let's see, this clone takes out a grenade. Maybe the droids are a little bit more on edge now. He puts it away. The agreement has come. No grenades on this Mexican standoff. We are just going to point our guns at each other nonsensically and not take any shots. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Maybe clone reinforcements can come in from the back over here and try and help them out. Padme still alive in the back here, letting her clone trooper escorts take the lead on this battlefield. Let's see, anything happen over here? Oh, it looks like things did happen, and the clones ended up getting dropped, and the droids win that Mexican standoff right there. And as a result, win this sort of courtyard. There are some more clones over here, but not enough to probably stop that droid squad from attacking over that way. More explosions, more small arms fire, more everything going off down the center street here. They cannot catch a break. In fact, the AT-OTs seem to be remanned here and trying to move around, but they're getting stuck in the city debris. Maybe they're trying to reposition themselves to help out the clone troopers. They have very light guns on them. They can really only kill like one droid at a time, and that is if they manage to actually hit a droid. Which will be tough with all this blockage in the city, so I'm not fully sure if that will result in much of a victory for the the AT-OTs there. They might not be as effective as the clones would like, but it's a last-ditch resort to try and win back advantage in this battle. More explosions going off over here, probably from some sort of bazooka or something like that. Wowza. Padme, you still good? She's still okay. Probably got some PTSD after this battle, though. This has been brutal, man. Absolutely brutal. Wowza. Oh, is that the AT-OT shot? I didn't know that was an explosive shot. Okay. Well, maybe the AT-OTs will turn the tide here. I always thought the AT-OTs were less of an explosive shot and more of like a single-fire laser shot. But they are stuck right now, though, so not looking too good. And all of their shots are getting blocked by the AT-TE that's down right there, so not especially helpful. All they're really doing is destroying clone bodies. I mean, we just see helmets now as the clone bodies get destroyed by the AT-OTs walking over them. It's tough out here. And they're, in fact, actually killing some of their own troopers. Oh, they just landed this massive Top Gun on top of that trooper. AT-OTs, maybe stop. Maybe you're actually just hurting the clone army and not helping in the slightest. I gotta say, you guys are not helping to the extent I think you are. It's cringy seeing them, you know, hurting the clone army a lot. That's tough. That is tough. Let's see how this side street is doing. Maybe a few more clones did try and attack this small droid squad over here and died. I think I see more bodies than before. And more clones are getting into this little nook over here. Oh, this guy seems to be going on the offensive. He's got a D-19 machine gun. His DC-17M partner has joined him. Let's see if these guys manage to make a mark on this little side street. They seem to be going unnoticed by the droids, or at least the droids haven't fired at them quite yet. Oh, another fella has joined them. Oh, we're getting into another Mexican standoff. The clones seem to be scrapping a few droids. More clones actually in the front over there coming through as well. Oh, this guy's done for it. Yep. Ooh! So another little droid victory in that standoff over there. It's tough out here, man. It is tough out here. Another clone way up ahead over here, dropping a few droids with some friends. Nice job, okay. Like to see it. More droids down this alleyway with a sniper. This guy actually ended up dropping that clone trooper. We're getting into like Battle of Stalingrad type fighting, you know, having to clear houses street by street. It is absolutely insane. I was actually playing Postscriptum the other night. A game I recently picked up because it was on a really good sale on Instant Gaming. And it is so unbelievably fun. I didn't realize how fun it would be, but seriously, love the game. Oh, execution right there. That was rough. That was rough. Oh, this guy's going for a grenade, but he gets shot up. That's tough. That's tough. You might want to think twice before advancing here, trooper. Yeah, I'd hide. Oh, AT-OTs have actually pushed really far forward. Nice. Yeah, but either way, I was playing Postscriptum, and I actually ended up, like, joining a really cool squad of troopers, and I recorded the whole thing because I was like, oh, this is going to be cool. And the whole squad was, like, communicating with each other. It was, like, a super unique gameplay experience that I'd never really experienced before because, you know, it's rare where you get into a game where everyone's working together and, like, we had, like, 10 people in our squad or however many people are in a squad, all chatting, all, you know, navigating together as if it was a strategy game, which it is. I mean, it's a hyper-realistic game. And it was super fun. We were, like, clearing buildings together, you know, pointing out enemy positions, laying down cover fire for someone to advance, getting medics up. It was so cool. I actually ended up taking up the mantle of the medic position for a while during that game. And just had an absolute blast playing. So I'm planning on uploading that maybe later in the week. It's an hour-and-a-half long of this hyper-realistic, like, immersive German squad Postscriptum gameplay. And so I'm just gonna upload it in full, title it something like that, see how it does, because like I had a ton of fun playing it, and I was rewatching some bits. I was like, wow, this almost plays like a movie. Like I'm actually having fun watching it. So I'm gonna upload that to Daily Productions, probably my second channel, if you want to check it out. Light plug, you know. Be sure to give her a look-see, because I don't know, I've been uploading more content there, and I think I'll start doing more of that hyper-realistic stuff if I can get into more squads similar to that, because wow, was it fun. Wow, was that a fun experience. Like, never experienced something like that in a game before, and it was super cool. Super, super cool. I highly recommend the game if you haven't seen it yet, because Postscriptum is a blast. Ooh, more clones advancing on this position here. It seems like the clone army is taking some serious losses at this point, and they are probably outnumbered by the droids. I think earlier in the battle they did end up outnumbering the droids, but the droids have just managed to stop them in their tracks. This escort has not managed to do much escorting very well, and Padme is you know, stuck in the back at this point. Poor Padme. She's just watching clones die in an effort to escape the city, and it's not working out. These AT-OTs are seriously useless at this point. They are doing nothing but just killing clone trooper bodies that should be on the battlefield. It's so sad. It's so unbelievably sad. I heard another clone death right there. If we look at the top left at the minimap, blue are droids that are left alive, red are clones, and as we can see, there are massive pockets of droids all along the city here. I hate to say it, but I think this is a defeat for the clone troopers. They've got maybe 10 troopers left. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to actually retreat the last remaining clone troopers back to the palace. We're bringing them back, boys. Back to the palace right now. Every clone trooper, get out of here. We'll evacuate the two drivers of the AT-OTs there. Get out of here, boys. Get out of here. Get back to the palace. And maybe we'll have a part 2 to this battle. Maybe we'll make this into a trilogy. It could be kind of fun, I'm just saying, to do a trilogy battle of this. Either way, yep, 327th retreating. This was a horrific battle. As we can see by the minimap, the droids probably have 50 or 60 troopers left, I'd say. We'll bring them out into the streets. Well, most of them. Any of them we can. Yeah, they really won this battle. There are tons more droids than there are clones, so real shame right there. Yeah, as we can see, maybe 10 clones left alive. And they're back at the palace now with Padme Amidala. Padme is still alive, so the VIP didn't die. But, you know, not a good scenario for the clones here. Their escort completely failed. If we look at the losses here, yellow are dead clones, but this should be like 3 or 4 times as many. So this is not an accurate representation at all, because these AT-OTs decided to walk straight through here and kill all of the dead bodies. So we can see the equipment that the bodies left behind. There should be like a ton more clones here, but the AT-OTs stepped on them and deleted them, so that's a shame. But I mean, the clones fought hard. It just wasn't enough. They couldn't break through this separatist blockade. It's really tough. Separatists are darn good at blockades, guys. They are seriously good at blockades. Oh boy. Alright, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Comment, rate, and subscribe if you did. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.
I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.